Alright, I'm just doing a video response to the fish tank stand build. So this is mine now. Originally, it was to sit 30 centimeters up, like that tall, but the wife was a little scared that it was going to topple over on the little one. So it's pretty solid, but still she was worried, so I said, okay, we'll compromise. So I tipped it over this way. And now what I did was, when I tipped it over, because imagine this whole thing was built, I took out this one plank here and one from the other side, and then I put these two brackets or whatever in, and then I reinforced it underneath with those four. So for each one of the top ones, each one of these ones at the top has two pieces of plywood standing lengthwise up to go take the weight of the fish tank. This thing weighs a ton. So if you're one of the people like me who built it a little bit too tall and needs to adjust a little bit of your measurements, that's one way that I did it. And a stand has now been painted, and I've put on this MDF board. It was like 15 bucks for like a huge sheet of it. I had it cut into 3 pieces. So basically I just measured out the sides, covered it up, and you can see the white stuff is all the drywall plaster, because basically I'm just filling in the cracks, making it look nice. Again, I'm not a carpenter, so I'm just basically, I traced it. I lied the white board against these sides. I'm just gonna flip it over, and that's why it wasn't 100% even. I shouldn't do this because it's still wet. So here, this is what it's gonna look like as a final stand. I also have, you can see when I open it, those two little magnets there, and this one's got a little thing, piece of metal there, so when you close it, it just catches on, and it just catches on. So this is the end product. This is my stand. I am going to go make a canopy for this right now, actually, as we speak. So as you can see, I have like a little front part of the stand so that, you know, you can put your fish food there or whatever you want, and then put it underneath when you're done. Just have like a little resting area. Some things to consider for kids: I rounded the edges off, so I sanded those down so they weren't so sharp. Okay, this is my messy work area, but you can see here is my now finished lid. Brown, of course, to match the other things. You can see I drilled a hole, wired the two things together, the ballast and the cord. Here's the lid, opens up. I put in a piano hinge right there, so it opens and shuts. Obviously it's on its front right now. That's basically it. I wanted to show you what the insides look like. Don't forget, if you decide to make this, make sure that you put the 2-inch gap or whatever it is you decide. I put a 2-inch gap, so now this is going to cover over that black stuff that you normally see. So that's that. Alright, and there's the finished product of my fish tank stand and lid. Those are just fluorescent bulbs with 6500 lumens. I ended up having to put a piece of plywood underneath just because I needed to shim it, and for the people having trouble shimming, it's much easier with a piece of plywood. So that's that.